dugsiyada nuuraddiin schools
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good morning for everyone. It's me, Abdullah, again. Today we are going to explain, or we are going to study a grammar lesson. We know that there are so many tenses, almost 12 tenses, and each tense we use different occasion. So in this lesson, I will present only two tenses. Because in our syllabus, especially from two classes, we have only two classes, two tenses, please. And then these two tenses we are going to change into active voice, then we will change into passive voice. Before we change from active to passive, we just need to know a little bit of revision about what present simple is and what simple past is. When we understand all of them, or when we understood all of them, that means that there are two tenses which I have already mentioned it, simple present and simple past. We will have an activity to change from one tense to another. So let's buckle up and try to be very attentive. I'm going to explain a little, and I don't want to speak so much, so fast. So please, you have to take care of your attention. Here, we are going to start simple present tense. Simple present tense. You have seen this tense before, and now we are going to explain again, because if we repeat and again, it will be part of your daily life, or you can simply use when you want to communicate and you talk about something that happens every day. This tense mostly we use it because it is about our daily activities, habitual actions. Every day you sleep at night and then you get up, you wash your face and you eat something. This is something that repeats again and again and again. So this is very useful when it comes to the real life situations. So, as we all know that simple present tense, we use something that happens every day. In here, we are going to see simple present affirmative, simple present affirmative, simple present negative, as well as simple present interrogative. Interrogative or question form. In here, as we all know that there are 7 pronouns, I, you, we, he, she, it, and they. For example, I, you, we, and they. These 4, we don't add anything when it comes to simple present. For example, it can be formed like this: subject plus verb plus object. Subject plus verb and then object. In other words, if our subject is plural, we don't need to change the verb, so it is a base form, and here we have got the object. But if the subject is singular, like third personal pronouns, he, she, it, we add s or es in their simple present form. We will see them, don't worry. Here we have I walk, I walk. This is an affirmative, normal. It is not a quote, it's neither question nor negative or interrogative. I walk, you walk. Here we have got he. It is a third personal pronoun, so we add es or s. We will see when we need to add es or when we add s. In here, we just need to add s. He walks. She walks. It walks. We walk. You walk. And they walk. If we use negative in here, we use if the subject is I, you, we, they, we add or we use don't. If I say another word, or in other words, if the subject is plural, we use don't, but if the subject is singular, we need to add doesn't. So in here, I we will consider as a plural. Here, I don't walk, I don't walk, you don't walk. In here we have got he. This is third personal pronoun, so we add doesn't. Please see in here, there is a change. We were using don't, but now we are not allowed to use don't. In here we are using a doesn't. He doesn't walk, she doesn't walk, it doesn't walk. These three, he, she, it, third personal pronouns, we use doesn't. We don't walk, you don't walk, and they don't walk. Okay. Finally, when we are using negative, when we are using question form, or interrogative, we can start with the auxiliary verb do or doesn't. At the same time, if the subject is plural, we are starting with do, but if the subject is singular, we are starting with does. Keep in mind, please. Here, there's an I, we were using I don't in here, and now here we are using do I walk, do I walk, do I walk, do you walk, you know, do you walk. Okay, in here we have got you, there is one you. If I'm talking about you as a singular, we consider as a you. And if I'm talking about you students, if I'm talking about all of you, I can use you. So you, it can either be a singular or plural. In here we have got does she walk, does he walk, does she walk, does it walk, do we walk, do you walk. Here and here we have got two you and you. In here this one is singular, while in here it is a plural. You Abdurrahman, or you Ali, or you students. When I'm talking about all of you, I can say you guys, you have to go out. If you are 3 or 4 or 5, it's a plural form. And in here, do they walk? Do they walk? In here we have summarized it, affirmative, negative, and interrogative. Let's go on. Here we have short answers. Here we have got an affirmative. And here we have got negative. Let's start with affirmative. If I say, do you walk? Yes, I. Yes, I do. Yes, you do. Yes, we do. And yes, they do. This is when we are using I, you, we, and they, these four pronouns. But in here, if the subject is he, she, it, we are using does. Here, I say, do you go to school? Yes, I do. Do you go to school? Yes, I do. Does he go to school? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, she does. Yes, it does. This is when it is an affirmative. But in here we have got when it is negative. For example, I don't go anywhere, I stay at home and I spend all of my time at home. So I say to you, do you go to school? No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. You, no, you don't. No, we are starting with here. Start from here, and we are using all these pronouns. No, we don't, no, they don't. And in here, when it comes to he, she, it, we are using doesn't. For example, no, it doesn't. For example, does your sister cook the meal? Or does your sister prepare the lunch? No, she doesn't. Because maybe she is a student and she has no time to prepare something at home. So we can say no, she doesn't. If I'm talking about your brother like this, no, he doesn't. If I say, does your cat play with you? Does your cat play with you? For example, this is a famous pet at home. And then if you say, does your cat play with you? So they can say, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. In here we have seen when it is affirmative and negative short answers. When you don't need to use long answers or full answers. Yes, I do. And yes, I do. And yes, he does. Like this. Okay, let's come to here. In here we have got third personal pronoun. Third person singular. As I have mentioned it in the beginning, here we have third person singular, and they are he, she, and it. Here we add es. We add s to the verb to form the third person singular he, she, it. For instance, I drink, I run. I we use in here as a rule, I we consider as a plural, and we said that I drink, I run, you run, they run. But when it comes to third personal singular, we say that it and he drinks, he drinks. I run, if it is he, or if we are talking about a singular, he, she, it, we say he runs. We don't need to say he run. He runs. He runs. But we add es. When we add es to verbs that ends ss, for example, pass, passes, pass, pass. This verb ends double s, so if we are using in the simple present, we are using es, passes, passes. We are using es. Number one. Two, if the verb ends sh, for example, finish, finish, finish. Ahmed finishes. Ahmed finishes his lesson very quickly. Ahmed finishes. Finishes. Ahmed is a he, third person singular, so we say he finishes. It finishes sh. So if the verb ends sh, we don't need to add only s. We are using es. And also, if the verb ends ch and the subject is singular, we are using, or we need to add es. For example, watch, watch. He, let's say an example, she watches films every night. She watches. We added es because it finished ch, so as a rule we are using es. Also in here, if the verb ends x, we are going to add, or we are required to add es. For example, box. This is not a box that we put something, but in here, if you are very angry and then you poke someone, you say he pokes. He pokes. He pokes. And finally, if the verb ends o, we add es. For example, this is very common. You have seen so many times and you use it. Go. Go. I go to school, but if I say my brother or my sister goes. My sister goes. It ends with o, and we need to add es when it comes to simple present form. That is all for the first session. We will continue the second session. Thanks very much for your attention. See you soon.